Hello, I'm Rowena McDermott, and plant of the month this month is Hibiscus moscheutos, also known as the swamp mallow, also as the swamp rose mallow, also as the marshmallow hibiscus, also as the crimson-eyed rose mallow. Hibiscus moscheutos is in the Malvaceae or mallow family, and the species name apparently comes from the Latin meaning musk-scented. It has a lot of synonyms, which I'm not going to try and pronounce for you, but there's been a lot of confusion over the names over the years. The characteristics of this plant are it's a perennial shrub, somewhat woody. It grows to 3 to 7 feet tall and 2 to 4 feet wide. The leaves are simple, broad ovate to lanceolate, 3 to 8 inches long, and they have tooth margins. The blooms are showy, 4 to 6 inches in diameter. They have 5 overlapping white, creamy, going to pink petals. And in the middle, there is a dark contrasting eye, either a crimson or a deep red or a purple. There is a prominent staminal column, which you can see in the middle there, coming out of the flower, all these anthers coming off the stamen and then up above, reaching up above the stigmas. It is a very easy plant to propagate. It grows readily from seed. It's got quite a hard seed, so sometimes a bit of scarification may be necessary. Its water use is high. It likes wet areas. Its native habitat is swampy forests, wet meadows, and wetlands. So it would be a good choice for a wet spot in your yard or in a rain garden. Conversely, drought tolerance is low. It will grow in the sun or in part shade. So I thought I was going to be doing a plant of the month about the hibiscus that grows in our EIH pocket prairie. And I've heard it being referred to both as Hibiscus moscheutos and as woolly rose mallow. So when I was doing this presentation, I was very surprised to find that woolly rose mallow is actually a different species, Hibiscus lasiocarpos. So which is it, and how to tell the difference? Well, Hibiscus lasiocarpos has a simple toothed triangular to heart-shaped leaves, also an alternate arrangement, which is exactly the same as for moscheutos. It's a perennial shrub in the size class 3 to 6 feet, the same as moscheutos. It has large, showy blossoms, white, occasionally turning to pink, with a crimson eye in the center, the same as moscheutos, and a long staminal column. The differences are when it comes to the seed head. In moscheutos, it has a glabrous fruit, which is free from hair. And then with the lasiocarpos, it's got a pubescent fruit, which means it's covered in short hair or it is downy. So the hibiscus we have here in the pocket prairie at EIH is Hibiscus lasiocarpos, as far as I can tell, the woolly rose mallow. I mean, it is confusing to a lot of people. I had to go through several websites before I managed to figure out what the difference was. And in fact, on one website, I found the following statement: due to range overlap and resulting integrated forms, there's ongoing discussion as to whether Hibiscus lasiocarpos merits its species status. Basionyms for Hibiscus lasiocarpos, and these are the older names from which the new name is derived: Hibiscus moscheutos subspecies lasiocarpos and Hibiscus moscheutos variety lasiocarpos. So you can see the two are very closely related. And when I was out in the prairie taking photographs of my woolly rose mallow, I found this delightful flower, which leaf cutter bee has come and taken little circles out in a very symmetrical way. I think it looks awesome. The leaf cutter bees are in the genus Megachild. It's completely different to a honeybee. It's one of our native species, and they make solitary nests inside old plant stems, hollowed out plant stems, or in those bee homes that people sometimes put out for them. And the female will go and cut a leaf or some flat petals and take it to the nest and roll it inside the nest so it lines the nest. And in it, she'll lay an egg and she'll deposit a ball of pollen, which she has collected. And then she'll seal that chamber off and then start again with the next chamber. So you end up with a long column of little bee chambers with little baby bees growing inside them, inside the hollow of a plant, of a grass or a small tree or something like that. That is all that she does for her babies. She leaves them alone after that. And after they hatch from the egg, they eat their way through the pollen. And then they turn into adults and chew their way out of the leaf house to emerge. My references are as follows. So thank you very much.